You ever hear about a city where money never stopped moving? A city where power flowed like water? That city was Electricity, Jamaica, and in the middle of it stood the most powerful place anybody had ever seen. The Blue Bank, not a normal bank with cash and security guards. No, the Blue Bank was a glowing blue river running through the whole city like a living bloodstream. And everybody knew one rule: if you control the Blue Bank, you control electricity. Inside the Blue Bank lived 4 gangs: the cops, Halley, Sully, and the out there massives. But only one gang truly mattered: the cops. They were the valuable ones, the movers, the reason the whole system had power in the first place. The city itself was split into 2 sides: Anode Town and Cathode Town. Anode Town was ruled by a respected boss named Copper. Copper believed in order, structure, stability. People trusted him. Across the Blue Bank stood Cathode Town, ruled by Chopper. Chopper was rough, aggressive, and always hungry for power. Somehow, he always ended up richer no matter what happened. Above both towns stood one final man, the battery boss. Nobody questioned him. Every cycle he gave only one command: start the flow. And the moment he said it, the whole city came alive. The Blue Bank glowed brighter. Movement started everywhere. And then Copper noticed something strange. He was getting weaker. Slowly pieces of his empire started breaking away and entering the Blue Bank as members of the cops gang. Copper shouted, "Me losing strength every cycle." But the dirty cops controlling the system only shrugged. That's how the flow works. The cops leaving Anode Town didn't disappear. They traveled silently through the Blue Bank toward Cathode Town. And waiting there was Chopper. Every cop arriving at Cathode Town rebuilt themselves into solid, powerful soldiers again. Layer by layer, Cathode Town became stronger, heavier, richer, while Anode Town slowly faded. Chopper laughed every time he saw it happen. Every time Anode lose, Cathode win. But the people of Electricity never noticed the truth. Because the dirty cops kept the Blue Bank glowing bright blue so everything looked balanced. Even while Copper weakened and Chopper grew stronger, the city believed everything was normal. Years passed. Then one day the Copper era ended. Copper and Chopper lost control of the city. A new force arrived. The Platinum Twins. One ruled Anode Town. One ruled Cathode Town. Cold leaders, emotionless, different from the old bosses. And once again, the battery boss gave the command: start the flow. At first, life looked better than ever, especially in Anode Town. People got free water, fresh air, oxygen flowing everywhere. The streets felt cleaner. Music blasted through the city. Everybody celebrated. Finally, prosperity reached Anode Town. But underneath the celebration, something dangerous was happening. The cops were still leaving the system, still moving silently through the Blue Bank toward Cathode Town. And Cathode Town kept growing stronger every cycle, more metallic, more powerful. Then the Blue Bank itself started changing. The bright blue glow became weaker. The water felt strange, unstable. The people still celebrated the free water and oxygen, but the foundation of the city was disappearing underneath them. Even the out there massives could not keep balance anymore. The system had changed too much. Then came the final collapse. The Blue Bank turned acidic. The once beautiful glowing river became unstable and dangerous. And finally, the people of Electricity understood the truth. Comfort is not balance. Free water is not real prosperity. Because while Anode Town looked peaceful on the outside, it was losing strength underneath. And Cathode Town kept rising from everything leaving the system. Now, the elders sit beside the faded Blue Bank, warning the younger generation. Watch the flow carefully. not everything glowing blue is healthy. And late at night, when electricity becomes quiet, people still swear they hear the battery boss whispering across the old river, "Start the flow." This story is based on electrolysis of copper sulfate. Sully represents the sulfate ion, Halley represents the hydrogen ion from water, and out there, massives represents the hydroxide ion from water. When copper electrodes are used, the copper anode dissolves to form copper ions, while copper ions from the solution are deposited at the cathode. The blue color of the solution remains mostly constant because copper ions leaving the solution are replaced by copper ions entering it. When platinum or graphite electrodes are used, copper ions are removed from the solution and deposited at the cathode. But hydroxide ions are discharged at the anode, forming oxygen. This causes the blue color to fade and the solution becomes acidic over time. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more.